Hey guys, it is your boy Hanzy Pansy. I know this isn't a normal thing for me to do because usually you guys see a damn intro of a shittily drawn fox and Hanzy Pansy at the bottom with vaporwave music. But this time, this video is a little bit more different and a lot more serious than that. This video is going to be about a fursuiter along with a very known controversy in the fandom that is connected with this fursuiter. There's been a lot of rumors about this fursuiter. There's also been times where this fursuiter's reputation was ruined by others. This isn't a video about opinion, this is a video about facts. Hopefully this video answers questions or just kind of like think differently about this controversy. And whether you believe this video or not, it's 100% true. Like, there is no bullshit to this. And without further ado, this is my interview with Skrat Kangaroo.
What's up, everyone? I'm Skrat.
Thanks for doing this, bro.
It's all bueno.
So, first things first, how did you get into the fandom?
It was back in high school. My neighbor from down the street, like about 5 houses down, was like really into Halloween and stuff. So I started hanging out with her, and you know, we started getting into costuming and stuff. You know what I mean? And then I basically did like something in high school where you had to be an Easter bunny for something. So I did that, and I'm like, wow, like mascoting's kind of cool. So like, so I went home and I started like looking up stuff on like the internet, like, oh, I want to like walk around in mascot, you know, like that was pretty cool, but like I didn't want to say anything to my mom and dad because, you know,
yeah,
you would be kind of like embarrassed, you know, like, oh, well, I think it's kind of embarrassing, you know, to walk around as a giant dog or like a bunny rabbit. But like, so I kept it like a secret for like a long time, and I finally told my friend Jen, I'm like, wow, like I really want a mascot costume. And I went on YouTube and I found tutorials on how to make fursuits, and I'm like, wait, there's a community for this? Like, I could be a furry? Like, hell yeah, let's do it! So I got into the fandom like that.
Now I understand that you got your like main recognition in the fandom from YouTube and like doing dance competitions.
Like, how I got the whole recognition, it was mainly from a video that we did at Walmart. Mm-hmm. And it was me and my friend Sarah, my friend Onai at the time, and my buddy Shade. And my buddy Shade Wolf, or also known as Autumn Wolf, he has a fursuit too, was videotaping me in Skrat when I first got him. This suit I've had for maybe about 6-7 years, roughly. But the Sona, I've had the Sona for, I want to say, about 14 years. So, like, the Sona's been around for a long time. I even have the original suit up in my office. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, like, try to claim, like, oh, you copy Mangusu and stuff like that. And it's like, no, like, a lot of people have, like, the same type of Sonas, same different type of color schemes. Look at Mangusu, like, we have the same color scheme. But so does also, like, black wolves or white foxes. He just happened to be a monster kangaroo, and Skrat just happened to be a space kangaroo from Saturn. But Skrat's been around for about 14 years. Monster, I think, is only about 6 years? 5-6 years?
Now, we're gonna get into a deeper topic, if you don't mind.
Okay.
And this is basically the controversy of the whole Lemonade Coyote thing. So, like, can you give us like a little backstory of like what exactly happened?
Lemonade Coyote, also known as Tim McCormick, was the EMT that lived down in Indiana. He worked in Indiana, he lived in Indiana, his whole family, you know, supported him, the whole town supported him. He was on a call that night with him and his coworker, another EMT. They were on call and they were going through a traffic light, a 4-way. And a woman, I think she was 21, she was drinking and driving, and she ran the 4-way, and he got into a really bad car accident with the drunk driver. Both EMTs died, aka Lemonade Coyote died, and the whole town did like a whole like memorial thing for him and stuff like that. So did the fandom. What I wanted to do which got mixed up very bad and blown out of way proportion. Okay. Whew! It's touchy. So what happened was I came up with the idea of t-shirts. Now, I made a journal on FA stating like what I wanted to do for Tim, because Tim also went to Laugh, and it was a bowling meet up in Chicago, which was like maybe 2-3 hours away from where he lived. And I've seen him there a couple times. I've met him at MFF and stuff like that, FWA, other cons. A lot of people try to say like, oh, well, you don't know Lemonade. And I'm like, kind of do. But I also got the idea. They did a thing in my high school where the high school made shirts for this kid that passed away in my high school. His name was Aaron. And what happened with Aaron is he was at a party one night and decided to huff propane. And the propane coated his lungs. So he stopped breathing and he basically went brain dead. So I came up with the same idea. I used to be in the McHenry JCs, where we do like community service like with haunted houses and stuff. So I thought like, hey, maybe we could, do something like this too. And I wanted to make memorial t-shirts to put over fursuits at FWA that year for like a memorial parade. Instead of like a normal fursuit parade, make it like a memorial parade. Because like if you make badges, people tend to lose badges. So I thought, well, what if we got large and extra large t-shirts to show like, put it over the fursuit, you can walk with the memorial t-shirt on. Because you can't lose a t-shirt like if it's on your body. Like it's not going to fall off. So I thought that would be a cool idea. I was going to pay half out of my own pocket for these t-shirts. But then, like, everybody thought, like, yeah, like, a couple people thought, like, hey, yeah, that's, like, a cool idea, let's do it. So I'm like, okay, let's do it, But then as soon as I asked the other half, like, would you guys mind donating, the other half? Because 500 t-shirts, it gets really, really expensive. Like, really expensive. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I went to customink.com, and I put in 250 larges, and 250 extra larges because, being in the fursuit, you kind of need like a big bulky shirt to help fit. I was going to do that, and as soon as I asked, like, hey, I kind of need help, to pay for these shirts if we do this,
And that's where basically the whole thing about the rumor about you wanting to like make money off of Lemonade Coyote stuff came apart. But really, you just needed people to like donate so you can give these shirts out for free, because you weren't gonna charge anyone when the shirts were out, and you weren't gonna charge anyone, like you were gonna hand them out.
We were just gonna hand them out to all the fursuiters.
Gotcha.
Right. Magnus, if you guys don't know who Magnus is this type of fursuiter who doesn't like other furries that much, and he's basically a giant troll. And him and Ryan Hill are really, really good friends. If you guys don't know who Ryan Hill is, he's this furry troll that's into poo play and scat. He torments other furries, tries to piss off other furries. Him and Magnus both destroyed my reputation with the fandom.
Ryan Hill, what do you have to say for yourself?
It wasn't all my fault. Most of it was done by Skrat.
So your story is that you're not responsible for it. It is all Skrat.
Yes, most of it.
Magnus is the Confederate flag fursuiter that was at MFF. He currently got banned from MFF after when they told him multiple times not to wear the fursuit. He still decided to bring the suit out, and it pissed off a lot of people. Magnus is the type of person that will go out of his way to piss off people on purpose for the bad type of attention. It was, I want to say, about a month or two after when Lemonade passed away, he went to AC, Anthrocon, and he made a Lemonade Coyote fursuit just to upset people at the convention, to piss off people at the convention, and he tried to turn around and tell everybody that it was me in the Lemonade suit.
So that's where the rumor comes around, where like you basically made like
A makeshift Lemonade suit.
You've never been to AC before, have you?
No, I've never been to AC in my life.
Like never?
Never.
Okay.
I've never been to Philadelphia or Pennsylvania or whatever. See, I live in Chicago, so like I have MFF. MFF is my home con.
Yeah.
So, and it's one of the biggest cons out there, so why waste a whole bunch of money to go to a convention that's just as big or slightly bigger when I could just save money, wait a couple months, and do the same exact thing here in my hometown.
Gotcha.
And not pay all that money, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It stressed me out big enough where like I felt like everybody in the fandom turned their back on me for trying to do something so nice. And it fucking sucked. Around that same time that a lot of you guys don't know was when I was getting a lot of flack for that. My mom was in the hospital with cancer, and that, you know, upped the stress level for me.
Yeah.
In my mindset, you know, when you have personal things going on in your personal life away from the fandom, and then all the fandom drama, it kind of overwhelms you. Like, how would you feel, you know, if a lot of people were giving you flack, saying the type of stuff that I had to go through, and let's say that your mom was in the hospital.
Yeah.
You would go nuts. You would honestly go nuts. And it's one of the most horrible things to ever deal with, is having a family member, especially if it's your mom or dad, having cancer. Like, I don't wish that upon anybody, to go through what I had to go through. That's basically the reason why I go off on people, is because I felt like the entire fandom has turned their back on me and started making up all these rumors saying, well, I was trying to profit off of Lemonade's death. I was going to take the donation money and buy a fursuit with that. Now, mind you, for 500 t-shirts, when I saw the price online at Custom Ink, the price was $2,790 for 500 shirts, printed, with shipping. A lot of people were trying to say, well, that's the same price for a fursuit. Yeah, but, you know, 500 shirts, it's not going to be, you know, $100 for 500 shirts. If you go to Walmart, let alone a t-shirt from Walmart, it's at least $7.50 or more. If you go to Kohl's, it's like $20 a shirt. So if you buy 5 shirts from Kohl's, bam, it's $100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole trying to profit off the death of Lemonade Coyote for a fursuit. I own quite a few fursuits. And one thing that a lot of people don't know about me is I will not spend over $2,000 for a fursuit. Most of my suits cost between $500 to $1,500. The most expensive suit I do own was $2,500, but I didn't pay that much money for it because I decided to do a fursuit trade with that person out, and that was my Dr. Pepper kangaroo suit. I traded 2 fursuits at FWA that year for Pepper. So I traded an Evil Bunny suit and a wolf suit to get Dr. Pepper.
Now, we basically got everything covered mostly.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wanted to say before we end this
Alright,
interview?
so I also want to mention the Encyclopedia Dramatica page. What you guys probably don't know is Encyclopedia Dramatica is also a satire page where people will make up things. You know, I've seen a page about Telephone, a couple other fursuiters, you know, that's complete and utter bullshit. Magnus, you know, the Lemonade suitor from AC and the Confederate flag fursuiter, made the Encyclopedia Dramatica page about me. Now, the reason why Magnus has this huge grudge against me was it was my first convention I went to, and that was Morphicon in Ohio. And he wanted to have sex with me, and I told him no. And and it was, I don't know, like, he seemed really off, and like he was really pissed that I wouldn't do anything with him. So I think that's why he kind of held that grudge onto me, and I think he was waiting for that perfect moment to go out of his way to fuck up my reputation. There is a couple things on there that I have said to other people, I'm not gonna lie. But most of that he made up in Photoshop, which is, you know, kind of bullshit, but he went out of his way to make me look bad. Do I feel bad about some of the things that I have said to people? Yeah, I feel horrible, you know, and, you know, I know sorry isn't going to cut it, but, you know, if we could just put things in the past and just kind of move on and just kind of, you know, let it go. And I'm not saying, like, let it go where we just completely forgot, you know, and just let everything, you know, like, yeah, I feel fucking guilty, like, what I've said to people, you know, but when you're in my shoes dealing with the amount of drama that I had to deal with, like, it puts a toll on you, and it will piss you off, you know, and I guarantee I've probably pissed a lot of you guys off, but yeah, I do feel bad, you know. I know me saying sorry is not gonna cut it, you know. If sorry is, you know, I'm sorry, you know, that I've said some things to a couple of you guys or whoever, but, you know, I can't really say sorry, you know, for some of the things that I have said to people, you know. But if people just kind of were adults, like me and you talking right now, we're being adults about this. If, you know, the community could just be adults and be like, okay, well, it's in the past, you know, time to move on. You know, we got a future that we have. Like, what's ever in the past is in the past, I get that. But we have a future with the fandom. The fandom's growing, you know, and if everybody just kind of learned to work together, you know, the fandom would be 10 times better than what it is right now. You know, I honestly think people should start looking more towards the future of the fandom than the past. And that's with anything. I'm not trying to slander anybody's names or anything like that, but I am going to sit here and I'm going to tell you 110% on what actually happened with this whole situation. But yeah, with the fandom, like, everybody needs to stop looking in the past on what happened and just start moving forward to make the furry fandom look, or be a lot better than what it is.
I think that was pretty greatly said. Well, that concludes this interview. I want to thank you so much for doing this, bro. Like, alright, guys.
It was nice meeting you guys. If you guys don't know who I am Killian Cray. Check out my YouTube, Killian Cray. KILIAN KRAY. That's my YouTube. Also my Facebook. If you guys have any questions, if you like to message me, hit me up. You know, so it was nice meeting you guys. Thanks for watching this video, and hopefully you guys get a good understanding from this whole situation. So, you guys have a good one.